I'm the Blacksmith, and welcome back to Hip Hop Professors Season 2. Now, myself, KJ the Architect, and PA Paranormal Adam, we're on location with Cutmaster Joey Dee. This is a legendary event. So, hold on to your seats, watch, like, subscribe, share. This is going to be a great show. He's a legendary DJ and producer, and definitely a pioneer of Connecticut hip hop culture and history. So please, oh please, pay attention. Alright? Cue the intro.
Shops and shit.
That's the best place to do. You hit the thrift shop.
I'm snatching them up.
But see, I was kind of fortunate, man, because a lot of people that I know, they're like, yo, Joey, man, I got these albums. I'm like, oh, fuck. Yo, man, I'm going to bring them over and give me crazy.
You can't turn them down.
Crazy.
Yeah, you can't turn them down.
But if I would have kept all the records that I have right now, it would fill this whole room up. Yeah. I had so many fucking records. When I first moved here, man, I had like bulk trash. I had piles of records like this, from when you walk out all the way to the apron to the
driveway. Snatch them?
Shit, I put them motherfuckers out there listening about a half hour later. Half of them shits was gone. Yeah. Then I came out 2-3 hours later, they all was gone. All
I know I would have jumped on that shit. If I would have seen them shit.
I had some not even open.
I first, they said, I'll be back.
Yeah, I gotta come back.
I had to liquidate now. Give me this shit. Then some of my boys come over and I got quiet and shit. Whatever. I was just giving them shit somewhere.
That's all I got. Like I was giving for certain shits, and then I'm like, man, I don't need all these shits. But I still now, like I said, I'm just anything I find, I'm taking. I'm gonna ask me, yo, you need some burgers? Yo, I'll take them. Fuck it, I'll take them.
Right.
Yeah, now I got to get back. Like I got the text, but I started doing the Serato because I'm DJing for him, and we be doing the shows and stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing really I like about the Serato. It's
compact.
Portable. That's
right.
it.
You ain't got to worry about
right now.
Turntables.
My turntables are sitting in the back collecting dust. Sad. It's sad.
Wow, man, I gotta stay turntable.
Yeah, it's sad.
Got to, man. I got to stay turntableless, man, because I'm about to invest in some more. I'm thinking about either getting some more techniques or getting the Pioneers, because everybody talk about the Pioneers.
I heard the Pioneers were nice.
The PXL 1000s.
Yeah, I heard those were real nice.
I'm gonna get the all black joints, man, and just have these refurbished and.
Like mine, I gotta get done over. All my orange, like these are loose as hell, like they real loose.
Yeah.
I don't know if they gotta get tightened. I don't know too much about the orange. I don't fucking remember that.
I had these motherfuckers for like, shit, I bought these shit back in 1980 something, 90.
Shit, that's when did you go into the army?
89.
That's how long I had mine.
Yeah.
89.
They never failed me, man.
Nah.
Never
the only thing wrong with mine is the orange is loose. That's it.
This motherfucker right here is a fucking tank, man. For the price. Can't beat this shit. Everybody going with tractor now. You see everybody going with machine.
You know what? Everybody I see when we do our shows, you ever notice everybody got tractor on the computer? No. Everybody got tractor.
Everybody got tractor, man. Tractor.
No matter what kind of controller they got, but they always got that tractor.
The tractor's the shit, man. You know.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
I was actually going to be one of my questions for the interview. How do you feel about controllers versus real vinyl?
Okay.
And everything, because like we've been noticing, like whenever they do shows or whatever, nobody has a DJ, you know, and there's no vinyl at all.
Yeah, no DJs, no vinyl.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, man. You can hit the interview. That's an album that I did back in 1983 when I did the show with Run DMC. I could have been your DJ before Cutmaster J. Okay, because I did a show. It was Run DMC, Curtis Blow, Sweet G, and the Disco 4. My man Mechanic had came down from New York, Long Island, Babylon, and that's when I got all dressed up. Me and my boy, we call him Zan, but back when they called themselves the Majors, we did a show, and at the time I had 2 drum machines. I had the TV 303 baseline, and the TR 606. I had them combined. I was the first DJ in hip hop history to ever rock 2 drum machines at the same time.
That's dope.
I fucked them up.
Oh, that's
I
dope.
fucked them up. And then
They didn't know how to handle that.
so then Curtis Blow and them and Daryl came from the back. So they playing around with this, and then Run comes over there. Yo, what's that? Drum machine rolling. He says, so what can you do with it? Can I do with it? Check this out. Boom, bap, 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 stack, 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 like, God damn, I almost came running from the back. They was like, oh shit. Then I stopped and I started playing Smurfy's Dance. And I had all kind of like bass lines and shit with it. And all kind of weird noises. Man, it was bad. I said, okay, that's just a taste. So then it came down for intermission, and then that's when I was DJing and I was cutting up. So why does it got to be so damn tough? I was going. I just lost conscious. My boy Albie came on me from this. Damn, son, I didn't know you was that nice. I said, man, this is not my equipment. He said, fuck that nigga, I didn't know you was that nice. I'm like, yeah, I hold my own. My man Mechanic came over to me and was like, whew, boy, you did your thing, man. You did your thing. Curtis Blow came over and he said, yo, listen, man. Damn, man, you nice, man. I'm like, thanks. And then that's when Larry Smith, yeah.
Right.
He came up to me and he said, look, Joey, Daryl and Joe don't have a DJ because at the time they had Davey DMX.
Right.
He said, yo, here's my card. I still got the card upstairs to this day. God bless the day. He says, here's my card, man. I want you to call Russell Associated, the label.
Yeah.
He said, we're about to go out to London. He said, please hit me back, because he said that Daryl and Joe really need a DJ.
Right.
I'm like, cool. So at the time, we didn't have cell phones.
Right.
We only had, you either had a landline or you had to use the phone booth.
Yeah.
So I tried to get in contact, couldn't get in contact, busy. So I called. So I finally got through. Hello? I said, yo, man, speak to Larry Smith. He said, who this? I said, yo, this is Joey Dee. He's like, Joey Dee. He's like, oh, yeah, I heard of you, man. Them motherfuckers are talking a lot about you. This dude named Sunshine. So, yo, man, he talking a lot about you, man. He was up in here. I was like, yeah. He said, they'll be back next week. He said, make sure you call. I said, make sure you tell Larry that I called.
Right.
I didn't have a phone, not like that. So next time I see Larry, I'm like, yo, Larry, what's good? He's like, yo, man, they went and they got this kid named Jason Mazzell. Jason Mazzell? Cutmaster J.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man. He's like, Joe, man. He said, damn, man, we wanted you. I said, why don't you have 2 DJs? Right. Look what Dougie Fresh did.
Yeah.
Why don't you have 2 DJs? He's like, yeah, and kind of Russell was kind of on some funny shit anyway, Rick Rubin and whatever. He's like, damn, man. I said, well, why don't you let me open up for him? Warm up for Jay and shit like that. So all that was in the negotiation, but then at the same time, them motherfuckers started going like this.
That's when they started skying.
Right.
They started going to the fucking moon, man. I sat back and I'm like, God damn, man. I had my chance with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my chance with them, Keith Murray. I could have DJed for a lot of people, man. I used to DJ for the Dynamic 3. The Roof is on Fire. When I was living in the Bronx.
First of all, we're hearing history right here, first of all, but Cutmaster is stunting right now. Do you hear all the this is so dope. This is dope. I'm very excited.
Yeah, DJ for the Dynamic 3.
Were you excited to start the damn camera?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I'm on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I DJ'd for the Dynamic 3 back in New York in the Bronx, 1985 Webster, 179th. We did a lot of shows with the Zulus at the time, Jazzy J, Fantastic Romantic, Cool Herc, the Herculoids, JC, Apollo 1, Terry T, Jazzy J. Yeah, Cold Crush, my boy Tone Crush, my man, the Terrible One, Terrible T. We used to do a lot of shows in New York, like at T Connection, The Fever, Your Spot. It was like an old Burger King right across the street. And at night, you could just hear, because at the time they had berthas, and people, I don't know if people know what berthas are. The big speakers with all that bass. You could just hear Love Rap rocking. You hear Jazzy J. I'm like, damn. I go across the street, man, and be up there jamming with the guys, and next thing you know, I would get up there on the turntables, because at the time, this guy named Jerry Bloodrock owned Your Spot. Okay. So I was getting up there and I was cutting. So Easy AD from Cold Crush came over to me and he's like, yo, man, you sound like Charlie Chase. I said, I ain't no Charlie Chase. I said, I'm Joey Dee.
Right.
Yeah, like, whoa. So, we did a lot of shows here and there, man, and in New York, and then I did a lot of shows. I did tons of shows here with all kind of artists, man.
Right.
I'm talking about Supernature. If I mention Supernature to you, who comes to mind?
Supernature.
That's
Salt and pepper. No, that's supernatural.
That's Supernatural. Supernature is oh man, this shit's right on the tip of my tongue too. God damn it, I hear that shit right in my head too.
Supernature is a group, otherwise known as Salt and Pepper.
That's what I just said. Yeah, salt and pepper.
Yeah, I did shows
yeah.
with them too.
Okay.
Did shows with them at the Royal Villa.
Yeah, that's when they first came out with the Dougie disc.
Yeah.
Yep. We did shows with that. We did the Galaxy. We did out there in Waterbury. We did Bridgeport, man. Roller Dome, man. We did so many shows, man. And back then we used to have block parties. You don't have those nowadays.
Nah, that was obsolete.
Right. And last block party I think we had, man, it was at Cedar Street Park over in the hill. Can you imagine, man? We had like 500 to 600 people out there. We used to draw major. Now, mind you, we didn't have social media and computers.
Right.
It was word of mouth and flyers.
Yeah.
We should just go and put flyers up everywhere we did, from Wilbercross to Lehigh to Hill House to Bowen Field to Gulf Street Park. Jam-packed.
Okay.
Jam-packed all day, every day. And people would just have a good time, man. And it's like, I would go and I would start getting into my thing. Next thing you know, man, I start feeling a bunch of people. And then I look up, there's a bunch of people around me, man. It's like, wow, man. And even to this day, I'm going into like 2000, we're going into 2018. People still acknowledge me, man. It's just an honor, man. Walking, yo, that's Joey Dee. And some people I don't even remember.
Yeah,
They come up
yeah.
to me, yo, Joey Dee. I'm like, yo, man, what's good? Yo, man, I remember, man, when you used to rock and you had the big name plate and the British Walkers. Oh, my British Walker collection is sick. I got 10 pair of British Walkers. I'm all old school. And, they come up and they still acknowledge me, even to the women, man. And now that they're fathers and grandfathers, and they pass it down, yo, this is what true hip-hop is. This is a true DJ. My boy T-Funk, man, Turntable T-Funk, he called me King Cutmaster. I was like, wow, man. And these are names that people give me. I call you King Cutmaster, man, and that's just the honor, man. It brings chills down my spine, man.
Yeah, I was calling you Grandmaster for a long time, and you corrected me, which I appreciate that.
Right.
But you're legendary, Yeah. And when we were talking about doing the show and like finding pioneers, like you were the first name I thought of. I was like, we gotta get him, to tell his story and give us this bit of history. So I'm just overwhelmed. This is awesome. This is incredible.
We used to have a group called the Boss 2 MCs, and that was Superior Zam, and that was my man, Almighty DJ Borak. We used to do a lot of shows together. Then we had a young lady by the name of Sweet G Gwen. She was nice. And then we had this girl named Lady Run. Her name was Regina. She was nasty.
Why is that
What?
familiar?
Lady Run, man. She was
Where was she from?
I think she's from like either Hamden.
I want to
That's
say
familiar,
Hampton.
right?
I want to say
Lady
Hampton.
Run Regina, man.
I want to say Hampton.
She was the truth, man.
Okay.
And beside that, Mario, DJ Mario, and all the other people that I DJ'd with were like DJ Bro. I DJ'd with
He be my cousin
Moving Gordon, Flash Gordon, Kilowatt.
I know
Crew.
Flash Gordon, J Watt and them boys.
Yeah,
and
J
stuff.
Watt.
Yep.
My man C White. I call that dude. These the boys ill on the turn, ill on the mic. Boys ill. And there's a lot of other crews, man. That I dealing with or dealt with or whatever the case may be. So everybody comes to me, man, and asks me for advice, and I'm always willing to give everybody or anybody advice. They want to come over, do some turntables. Come on, do some turntables. I say whatever floats your boat in the moat. That's why I say to anyone, whatever you use, I don't care what you use. I'm not hating on nothing. If you use controllers, CDJs, even if you use a daggone cell phone, as long as you can rock, I'm good money.
All right.
But my preference are these.
Right.
That's my preference. Everybody has their own preferences.
Yeah.
But like you said before, carrying around heavy ass turntables and you just come with one compact joint with some speakers, the power speaker to plug in, boom,
That's it.
you off and running.
Okay.
But
I
that's
take the
just,
turntables any day.
that's just my preference.
Yeah,
I
I
love
take
these
the
things.
turntables over controller any day.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like that drawback on them platters. I take that any day.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, and then my man Reggie Reyes, we go way back to,
I just saw him talk to Reg the other day.
yeah, rest peacefully his son.
Yeah, his son passed away the other day. Yeah.
So that was tragedy or tragical. And then my brother, TC Islam, man.
Yeah, TC.
Yeah, he used to come down here and jam with us, man.
Yeah.
He used to come down here, man. I used to have everybody down here from Jazzy J. I had Mobb Deep down here. I had the Guru. He came through stage like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And he gave me that poster right there and he signed my name. You see right there, boy?
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
He came by and we chilled because the only thing he used to like to drink is that Hennessy and Heineken's, boy. Him and the crew came here. He came here. He stayed till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, man. And we were just chopping it up, man. I was letting him listen to some beats that I did and some of the beats that was coming up from his project. We were really tight, man. And then when I heard of his passing, man, that kind of devastated me as well as Larry Smith. And I'm sad the way he died because he should have died a millionaire, man. He had Houdini, man. Man.
Yeah.
That was my boy. And this is kind of ironic. When they did the Oasis, they came to the Oasis, and Hurricane had came, and that's the time you had those 4-speaker boxes with the 2 cassettes on the top.
Yeah.
So it was the Ville Dogs, Ronnie and Birch and all them guys, and they wanted to rob him. They wanted to rob Hurricane. So Ronnie kept coming up to me. He's like, "Yo, Joey, man, I want to get him. I'm like, yo, come on, man, leave him alone, man." So I had to actually walk them from the Oasis all the way down Winchester Avenue to Thompson Street.
Okay.
No, Division. They wanted Division
Back
Street.
this way. Yeah.
Okay.
I had to walk him in, and he had that big Cadillac. I had to make sure I had to walk with him, man, because them dudes was about to bum rush him. He said, "Yo, man."
Doing dirty.
I said, "Yo, man." I said, "Yo, Larry, man, I got near his car." I'm like, "Yo, man, I kind of saved you dudes from getting robbed, man, because you had about 30 niggas about to jump you." There was a ton of them, man. But back then, man, we used to have so much fun. You get into little quarrels, little fights here and there. Ain't nothing new. But nowadays, man, it's deadly out here, man.
Yeah,
I'm even scared to go out. I don't even want to go out. First of all, I don't want to go to a club and see my kids in there.
Yeah, that's for
Dad, what you doing?
What you do? Yeah.
That's not a good look. That's not a good look. So
my son don't understand that.
Yeah,
He'd be like, "Yo, Dad, when you gonna have a drink with me? I'll just go." "No, man, I don't want to hang with you with no club. You my son."
Oh, man, I mean, it's good. We can hang at the house, have a couple.
Yeah, I do that one. Yeah,
but
I don't want to be out with you somewhere.
So I just basically just focus on coming down here, practicing once in a while, and playing some beats. You know what I'm saying? And I did some remixes. I think I'll let you guys hear it.
Okay. Let me ask you a question while you're doing that. You're well known for production too. I mean, I'm good friends with Owen Taylor. Big Boo. That's my boy. And me being a producer too, and I'm stuck on like hardware. I can't make the transition to software. Like I own the machine, and
Okay.
I'm just not into it. I prefer like the hardware, the MPCs, and I know you got the TR-808 and. Yeah, I know. I'm excited. Can't wait to see it. But yeah, I've been waiting to see that. But anyway, so what is your thought on like, producers using software versus the actual hardware? Like, are you gonna make the transition?
It was a hard transition for me at first because I'm so used to being programming on my own.
Right.
Hands-on hardware, whatever the case may be. Then when they came out with the software, it was kind of hard for me to swallow. I'm like, I can't get into that. But then again, I stopped and I started thinking. I said, you know what, Joe? You got to catch up with the Joneses. You got to get up with time, man. You got to do this, that, and the third. So now what I use Pro Tools. I use Reasons. I use Fruity Loops. I use Melodyne. I use Logic. I got all that upstairs in my bedroom.
I can't.
And then I got my synthesizer there. I got my motif.
Okay.
And I just using it. I'm telling you, man. Once you really get into it,
that's a bad tool. That motif is a bad tool.
Because I was gonna get the Triton at first, man. My boy said, "Joey, don't get the Triton. Get the motif." Man, it was one of the best investments I ever had, man.
Besides that ASR, that's the best one I ever had.
As far as drum machines, man, I had the 606, the 808, the 909, the Korg. I had the emulator.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I had the emulator.
I forgot about that.
And also, I got this right here, and this is a classic.
I know that
The
ain't
DR.
Dr.
Rhythm.
Rhythm.
Dr.
The
Rhythm.
little gray Dr. Rhythm.
The original Dr. Rhythm right here.
Holy crap.
Yep.
That's it.
That was
Yeah,
my first
that's
drum
it.
machine.
Yep.
That was my first drum machine
The
ever.
original Dr. Rhythm, beside, like I said, my 808, my 909, but see, people don't know nothing about the R8. Now, see, the R8 is a combination of the 808 and the 909.
I've seen it. I've seen them before.
It's
But
boss.
when I first met you years ago, Dirk introduced us.
Mm-hmm.
We were in your studio, and you were using the TR-808,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't believe, because up to that point, like Mantronics,
Mm-hmm.
that was the only person that I actually knew, and I didn't know him.
Right.
But you see on the record covers, I'd never actually seen anybody with. And then when I saw it, and then you were, I'm trying to remember what you were playing. I know you got Soul, I think it was, and you were cutting that one of the parts, the scratching parts.
Mm-hmm.
You were killing it, and I said, "Oh my God, this is real."
Yeah, that's
it's
what
not real.
Yeah. Yep, exactly, man. Exactly. So this is something I had did a while ago, man. One of I had remixed this myself. It's Dancing Machine.
Okay.
Check it out. Yeah, go ahead.
She's moving, dancing until the music stops now. Yeah.
And then I had did a blend or what they call off of something else, but I'll let you check it out. It's coming. Everybody was in the blend.
When I'm messing up a party, I feel no guilt. Gizmos cutting up for me. Suckers that's down with me. The one of us, that's how I feel. To be down, you must appeal to the two. We're rated R, we're gifted, and we're going far down the road to the bank. While I'm here, I'd like to thank Mom and Dad, they do the time. Gizmo scratching, Milky's rhyming, Milk is chilling, Giz is chilling. What more can I say? Top billing, that's what we get. Got it good, since you understood. Would you stop screaming and looking hard? I got a great big bodyguard, so step up if you wanna get hurt. Milky's gonna pull the skirt. I get money I got. Stunts call me honey if they feel real hot. That's how it is. You can ask kids. I studied girl while you were in prison, jail for MC assault. You was jealous, it's all your fault. Milk is chillin', Giz is chillin'. What more can I say? Top billing, that's what we get. Got it good, and since you understood, would you clap your hands? Your hands should clap if your girl's out of race. It's your girl I slap, and if you're dumb, you'll ask why. I am from bed, do or die. The audio too, the two's audio. I got a brother and his name's Gizmo. Milk is chillin', Gizmo's chillin'. What more can I say? Top billing, that's what we get. Got it good, and since you understood, All the shorties in the club, let me see your chest. Back it up, drop it down, let me see your chest. Get low, scrub the ground, let me see your chest. Push it up, let me see your chest.
And when it's over, you ain't gonna need your burden. Cause I'm a pro, make you bend your back, go with the powder real bad, just like the percolate.
Crazy.
Yeah, that shit's fire.
And then, you know, like I said, I got tracks that I had did and stuff like that, you know. If you guys wanted to listen, here's some, no doubt.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Throw those on.
And you got the turntable set up the old school.
Old school way. I can't function all the time.
Now open your mind to me,
It's something weird that
please.
I'm doing some weird shit.
Puerto Rico.
Open your mind.
The last one.
Open your mind.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind.
My name is Be Nice.
Yeah.
My name is Be Nice.
You don't know how I did it. That's it, right. That's your gutter right there. I can hear game songs. Yeah. I can hear people running. Yeah. I can hear Killer Mike on this. I kind of flipped it a little bit. My own version. That motif bad. A lot of people don't understand that motif.
Definitely, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. You gotta come over anytime, man. You know, we ain't doing nothing. You wanna do part 2, part 3, part 4, come on over. I don't mind. I got time. Call me, yo, Joe, what you doing, man? Yeah, I ain't doing come on over, man. Plug in, do whatever, ever. You can ask me any kind of, how did I get into hip hop? How did I get into music? That's a question that a lot of people ask.
Yeah, that's a good question.
You still recording?
I am.
Oh, wow, okay. How
So
did
yeah,
I
yeah,
start?
please.
How did I start DJing? Back in late 60s, early 70s, my mom used to have a round robin with all her girlfriends.
Okay.
So she would always ask me, yo, Joey, why don't you play some records for me? So I'll go get 45s. And, you know, you had the long stem stereophonic.
Yeah.
I'll stack them all up there and put it there. And then
Right.
next thing you know, the record would drop. And my moms and friends would be there. And then all of a sudden, some come on and be like, oh, you know. And I used to get excited by just watching them because it's like, wow, I played that. And everybody dancing to it. The next record come on, the same response. So I was like, okay. So now as I gotten older, you have regular radio.
Okay.
My oldest brother, I call him Mr. H, he was always into the funk. He wasn't into like the regular, you know, you listen to Earth, Wind, and Fire or whatever.
Yeah.
Nah, he was into shit like Ripple, the Meters, Black Heat, Black Smoke, Soul Searchers,
Okay.
Funkadelic, the Parliaments. He was into that unorthodox music that you didn't hear on the radio.
Okay.
So what I used to do, I used to sneak in his room, me and my cousin Tony, and he had an 8-track player and stuff. So we used to go in there and just listen to like all the funk music, and that's how I really got into it. But I always had a tendency of liking specific parts and just taking a needle, pulling it back, taking a needle, pulling it back.
Right.
My mom just was like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Mom, I just like this certain part, just grabs me."
Right,
And
right.
I would do that to all the records, man. You know, like New Birth and all that other stuff, man. I would just constantly play it over and over again, just one part.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden there's a thing called hip hop. Now you're using not one, you're using two. So what I was doing with one, they were doing with two.
Okay.
So then I got introduced into that. Now people ask me about what was the first system you had.
Right.
My first system was a stereo system. It had a cassette, 8-track, radio, turntable. Then I turned over here, I had a Sansui belt-driven turntable.
Okay.
Okay. So what I used to do is I started off using knobs. I used to get a mic, put it in the middle of both speakers, and I should be going like.
Didn't I tell you?
Uh-huh.
That's how I
So
started.
you couldn't decipher the difference because if you have both speakers there, and you have the mic in the middle. It sounds stereophonic, but it actually playing one turntable on one speaker, you playing
Right.
the other turntable on the other.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
was going like, good. Then I go, good time. Turn on the other one.
down,
Back
yeah.
to it. Good. Good time. That's such a good time. I started getting faster with it.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, my boy across the street, my boy Jez, my boy Jojo, he used to come over because I used to have the windows open. He used to be like, so yo, man, you nice. And I'm like, man, I'm still in the experimental phase,
Right.
you know? I didn't really, you know, but like I said, my mom's had like, I still got her records, God bless the dead, old James Browns and stuff. And I used to scratch that up and stuff like that. She's like, what the hell are you doing to my record?
Right.
This is back, I'm talking about back in the early 70s I was doing it.
Wow.
What the fuck you doing to my record? Like, I was doing that.
Wow.
But what Grant was a Theodore do, he took it to a whole new different level.
Now, where were you when this was out? Were you in New York or were you here?
I was here.
Okay.
I was back and forth. New Haven, New York.
What?
New Haven, New York. Yeah. Yep, New Haven, New York. I was back. I'll go back to New York. I'll come up. I'll go get me some break beats. Come back up here. We'll play them.
Okay.
Go back down, get more break beats.
Right.
Come back up. Go down, stay for a while. Live in Brooklyn in the Bronx. Come back up here.
Okay.
I was constantly going back and forth.
Okay.
And so then I got introduced into the crossfader.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, now I got the crossfader. What about turntables? The first direct-driven turntables I ever worked with was the SL 1800s. They got the thicker platter.
Okay.
And then the mixer we was using was a GLI. It was a huge mixer with 2 knobs and a crossfader.
Okay.
And that's how I started getting into it. Then, you know, you start going out buying generic shit like generic turntables, generic mixers that break all of a sudden they start.
They start bleeding. Yeah, they start bleeding.
And then you know the rest of that was history. And then after that, I started saying to myself, man, this when everybody was coming out with. That's when you see Flash on the drum machine, on the beatbox, and I would listen to JC of the Herculoids. He'd be on the beatbox, and he had a siren on his.
Okay.
I mean, I used to see a lot of people do, you know, with them drum machines.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what, man? Let me get into them drum machines because I just like rocking beats.
Right.
So I started getting into it. I had the Synsonic.
I
Remember that?
Yeah.
Did you have Synsonic drums?
I had one.
Yeah, I remember the Synsonic drums.
You know, and then I just started working with other things. You know,
Okay.
like I really was a rolling head. I just got into rolling. Then I said to myself, I had the TR-606. So I was with my boys in Bed-Stuy and Brevoid Projects, and there was this Puerto Rican DJ named Sky there, and he had a TR-606. And he started rocking Nasty Girls on it. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, yo, that is hot. So I was like, So then I came back up here. I programmed mine, but I said, I gotta take it to another level. Bought the TB303 bass line. Started rocking the bass line with the 606. History. Then after I graduated from the 606, I went and got the drumulator.
Okay.
And then with the drumulator, you could change sounds with the chips. So
Yep,
you know
yep.
the record.
Ulysses.
You know the record Funky Beat by Houdini.
By Houdini.
With the snare and the kick.
Yeah.
I had that chip in there. Oh man, I used to kill it. And then I started rocking like Let the Music Play.
Shannon.
Everybody used to go crazy. And I can recall one time we did a show in Stratford Roller Ring.
Okay.
And I had the 606 and the 303.
Okay.
Had them connected. I started rocking Billie Jean on them. The whole crowd came running up. And at the time, I had a brown pouch, and I used to have a 38 in it. I'm like, you better tell these people to fall back, man.
Right.
They kept rushing, yo, you cannot rush the stage, you know, stuff like that. So then I stopped. Everybody's like, oh, shit, that shit is hot, man. Then I started rocking Smurfy's Dance, remember that?
Dance, yeah.
Started rocking all them shits, man. I was just, any beat that would come to mind, I would rock on them things, man.
Awesome.
So then, you know, that's why I always been a drum machine head, man. Always been a drum machine head. And like you said, now it's kind of hard to kind of make a transition from hardware to software.
Yeah.
But now, since I know how to use software,
Right.
why can't I use both?
Right. That's right.
Use both. You know, just like with the controllers. I get a controller, I work with it.
Right.
I had some CDJs. I had some 800s.
Yeah.
I was rocking with those, and then I sold them to my cousin. I was like, I don't want it. It was hard for me to transition from those to this.
I'm still doing it.
Oh my God, it was so hard because I'm so used to the actual record.
Yeah.
I'm still going through that phase.
So I could get up there and do this, cut and scratch, and I got my little cue points and stuff. I'm feeling all good. Then I got to this. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is something that I have to nurture. I have to learn all over, you know, something new for me. So I've been gradually getting in, you know. I play with it here and there, but I'm really, sometimes I find myself saying, fuck this, I'm going back. Grab my album, put down there. Fuck that, I'm gonna go grab Johnny the Fox thing, Lizzie, bam, Johnny, bam. You know, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm in my zone. But if you're out there in the masses, you gotta be able to be a chameleon and be able to blend in with everything and anything.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be a chameleon in it, you know.
One of the questions I normally ask when we have like DJs and stuff, how do you feel about the new DJs that aren't really doing the turntable work? Like we were talking about, like how when you scratch and stuff and you got to pull the record back and everything to cue it back up.
Right.
Now they're just pressing the button and it's going back in the queue.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like
They
that's
got it
cheating a
easy.
bit?
Yeah, they got it easy.
That is. How can I say it?
It's cheating.
That's a violation.
It is a violation. Yes.
It's a violation of real turntablism.
Right.
You know, and like my boy, the Terrible One, Terrible T, man, he's like, man, I call him PBJ, push button jocks. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get up there, you cue it up, and you hitting a button instead of you actually doing the
Spinning the
revolutions
record back,
backwards
that's-
or bringing the revolutions forward.
That's the magic of it.
Knowing what the record is now.
What the
You,
record
you,
is.
you got your cue points, 'cause, you got your marks on your
Right.
record. Everybody got marks on their record
Right,
that's
right.
a DJ.
Right.
But as far as you just pushing the button and you cueing, that's kind of a violation in a sense. And sometimes I kind of catch myself, but sometimes I mean, DJ and boom, hit the button. I'm like, oh shit. But then again, I said, let me just get used to it. But
Right.
I can always go back to the original craft. So
Right.
therefore I have two entities
Right.
as opposed to one.
Okay.
'Cause some people could just rely on the cues. I don't have to. My cue is up here. I could just look at, okay, well, now I know the record is at 5 o'clock. I know if I go to 6 o'clock, there's another B. I know if I go to 9 or 12, there's another.
Yeah, I'll bring it back
I
3
know
times
it,
if
right.
I have to. I know how to count that
And the
speed.
revolution, if I'm
Yeah.
gonna go, get down, 1, 2,
Yeah.
get down, 1,
Yeah.
2,
Right.
get down, 1, get down,
Yeah.
faster,
Right.
get. You program yourself in
Yes.
doing that.
Yes.
And a lot of the guys don't do it. It's like, it's the way technology has advanced. It made the DJs more lazy.
Right.
More
Right.
in terms of like getting up there and really learning the record, or learning where the cue points is up here as opposed to here.
Yeah.
Push button, boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom. And I be watching them up there. I mean, it look funky now. I be seeing they be rocking it, and then how they change up to another record.
Right. Loads
by
it right
hitting
on the
cue
button, yeah.
Like they go,
Yeah.
that's funky.
Right.
But it's still a violation
It's
of
cheating,
true
yeah.
turntablism.
I agree,
I'm
I
not
agree.
hating
You don't have
on,
to dig in the crate. Yeah,
I'm
something
not
ain't
hating,
right.
right. I ain't hating on what modern technology has advanced.
Yeah.
But see, the way modern technology has advanced, they raped the originators.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
took our idea
Yeah.
and look what they did with it. They ran
Right.
with it.
Yeah. Because I think that if you're gonna call yourself a DJ, you have to learn the art first.
Absolutely.
The real way.
You gotta learn the etiquette. You gotta learn the etiquette of it. You
Yes.
gotta learn the fundamentals, man.
And then build up, and then
Right.
learn the new tricks. But you got to learn the art first and the appreciation
Absolutely.
for the wheels.
Absolutely.
You know?
And it's like people, oh man, I seen such and such beat juggle. I want to learn how to beat juggle. First, you got to learn the fundamentals of beat juggling.
Right.
You got to learn the fundamentals of crab scratching. You got to learn the fundamentals of flares. These are the things that you have to learn.
Dropping knowledge. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds dope.
When they be doing crab scratches.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Okay.
flares and,
Okay. All right.
You have
I
to
do that,
really sit there and learn what it's about, as opposed to, okay, I'm gonna get up there, jump there, and I'm gonna beat juggle, I'm gonna do this, that, I'm gonna catch a record. You gotta have some type of formation or some type of format. A lot of them don't. But
Right.
just like I tell them, I said, whatever floats your boat in the moat, is on you. But I know my craft.
Yeah.
And if anybody come up and they ask me, I show you the way I was taught, and I'm
Right.
self-taught. Didn't nobody sit down and teach me.
that's
I learned it all up here.
That's how I learned.
I would sit there and I would watch somebody, like for instance, I would go and I would see Grandmaster Flash perform at the Savoy Manor or at the T Connection. Just seeing him, watching him, but just calculating what he does and listening to his cue points and listening to his backspins, listening to certain scratches that he would do. I would memorize that.
Okay.
As opposed to right now, you got videos. Oh, I don't have to memorize shit. I can
Yeah,
get a
yeah,
video.
yeah. It's crazy.
Come on, man. Do it that
They
way.
made it easy.
And everybody was like, oh man, you just hating on the new school. No, I'm not hating on the new school. You gotta understand, that's my preference.
Right.
I'm not knocking your hustle, but that's my preference.
Right.
It is what it is. But yeah, man, that's how I really got into hip hop, and especially with the funk, man. Like I said, I mean, I got records, man. When I was a young buck, man, and people used to play break beats. I already knew what the fuck they were. I did not have to go search for them. I knew exactly who it was. Some guy there, that Eric B for president. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. And it was like, yo, man, that beat is bad. I said, man, that's the Soul Searchers, Salt of the Earth album, man. Ashley's Roach clip. Damn, boy.
How you know that?
Did you see what he did? You know that?
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? That's dope. Look at this. It's It's the meters. I know. I'm just programmed like that. Just like the break. Yo. Sherlock Holmes, Ripple. My A.O. I got the original album up there. Seventh Wonder, Daisy Lady. That's the original album right behind you.
Did you see this?
That's the original album.
What?
Daisy Lady, Daisy Lady. I got the original scratching.
Yeah.
I got the original Keep Your Distance, the original Babe Ruth. I got the original beat that Diamond D used. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an Amber Flame. I got the album over there. I got some shit. I got some shit that nobody ever heard of before.
Viewers of our show, you are witnessing history here. You're witnessing history.
I got some exclusive albums over there dating back to 1940 that's never been heard before. They got some wicked beats.
Yeah.
Wicked beats. I mean, whether they're horn pops, whether they're bass lines, whether there's drums, never heard before. I'm scared. I don't even touch them. I get so scared because if I start touching them, I'll be down here all night long. I come up looking like Yukon Jack. Joey, what you do? I'm just down here in the zone, And if I bring my keyboards and all that stuff down here, I'll never come upstairs. I'll never be upstairs. I say, just build a bathroom right over here. I'm good.
All right. Now, this is one thing I want to ask you about.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me the TR-808 story. I need to know, when did you get it? When did, what made you want to get it? And, what have you used it for?
I used the TR-808 in various different records and albums that I've done.
Okay.
I've used it. How I got the TR-808 was kind of a weird situation because I always wanted it because at the time we only had the 606 and the 707. The 808 didn't come out yet.
Okay.
But when the 808 came out, I said, I gotta get it. So I searched for it. And then this guy I knew, he was like, yo, Joey, I got this TR-808. I'm selling for like $150. Now
What?
I could sell that thing for like $2,000.
Yes, easily.
$2,000. I got $150.
Oh my God.
So I went and I picked it up and I started rocking it. I started learning it without the brochures, without anything. What I usually do, I like to play with things at first.
Oh, yes.
And then,
I never read directions.
right, and then all of a sudden I'll go and I'll say, all right, this is something that I need to know. Then I'll go to the book and I'll look at, okay, all right, now I know how to do it. I know how to truncate, I know the metronomes.
Right.
I know the bars and the beats per measure. Okay, now I got it. So now I got the total package. So I used to rock that with no problem. Then all of a sudden my boy came up and he's like, Joe, man, I got your TR-909 for sale. How much you want for it? Oh, you want 100 for it. All right, run it.
What?
Run it. So now I can sell probably both of them for like $3,000.
Easily.
And then I got this R8. I got the R8 for like $200.
We had the R8.
Yeah.
We had the R8.
Yep.
I forgot all about that. I don't even know what happened to that shit.
Man, that thing is bomb, man.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened, though. I don't know what happened to mine.
The thing I like about the R8 is that, you could put that decaying bass kit with the 808.
Yeah.
You could put the same decaying bass kit, but you can even make it even elongate it even more.
Oh, yeah?
Man, this thing is off the chain, man.
But we had the RX-5, then we had the RX-7, and then we had the R8.
Yep. Oh,
Yep.
Man.
I don't know what happened to the 8.
Wow. Yeah, man. So that's mainly my history. But I know you said you wanted to see these
Yes.
jewels
That's
and these gems. Let me get
let me move
this stuff out the way.
Let me move the camera.
Check it out. Let me.
Yo, he still got the covers. I don't even have the covers on mine no more.
Man, my things are so beat up, man.
I don't even have my covers.
Tell it's rugged.
Back in the day, you had to sit those on the cover. If you had the bubble right here,
Yeah.
sit them on top of the cover before they came out with cases.
That you see some of them. Come on,
Yeah, you go with it too.
I've been waiting. I might come on myself. This is exciting.
Just like being at home.
Huh? Yes, I'm still David.
Bust all by yourself. Huh?
Yes.
I always junk in the way.
I'll take that right now. I don't care. You can say what you will. I've been waiting for I'm starting to stutter. This is exciting.
This is the father of all drum machines. This made history, R&B, hip hop, house, tribal, trap, everything. That's the rolling TR.
Oh my God.
Right there, yeah.
Oh my God.
This nigga got the EPS.
I got the EPS too.
Oh, that's your jam, yeah.
You know how hard it is to get them? And the ASR?
Yep.
They still selling the ASRs for like
And
about
the
600.
909.
909.
Oh.
Yep. I even still got floppies all over the place, man. I got various different tracks on the floppies, man.
Oh my God.
Yep.
The TR-808.
TR.
It's crazy.
And it still rocks too, man. It still rocks. If you go up on my page, you'll see me rocking both of them.
Yeah.
Did you see
Oh,
it?
I've seen it. I have.
The one where I'm playing like all,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. That's why I was like, I gotta see it in person. Oh my god.
Yo, I haven't seen the EPS
Yep.
since the 90s.
Yep, that's why I had it since the
That's when I got
90s.
mine,
Yep.
Because you had that before you had the
I
ASR.
had that before the ASR.
Yep, I remember.
Yep.
That was my first sample right there.
Those are the prized possessions. I'm just gonna clean them up and I'm gonna put them in cases. Make sure that they stay nice and crisp.
Yes.
That's what it is.
That is definitely, that's that shit. That's that shit right there. Now I'm a hater. This nigga got an EPS. Damn, I'm a hater.
EPS, yeah, man, I had it.
You still got your discs?
Yeah.
Still got all. You
Still
still got
got
your
the
flops?
discs. Yeah, I still got my flops.
What did you do with your EPS?
I sold that for the ASR.
Oh man, yeah. Who else got an ASR? I know. No, I think Dooley got the.
I was just talking to Dooley the other day.
Dooley got the 16?
I think he had the 16, yeah.
Yeah, I think he got the 16. Yeah, that's what he's working with. Cause I was gonna sell him my EPS, but then I said, nah.
I've been looking for the ASR for a good minute.
Yeah, the ASR is. I mean, you can find it if you really dig deep for it. But I mean, how deep do you really want to dig
Yeah.
to try to find it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I start digging hard, then I get lazy. You know how you get frustrated?
Of course.
Oh, fuck it,
But
I can't find
But you
it.
know me, when I get frustrated, I even work even harder.
I was like, man,
I go in even harder.
yeah, I gotta breathe for a minute. Then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fall back and get this shit.
So, with that being said, any more questions?
No, I'm overwhelmed, so I can't even think of anything right now.
Like I
I
said,
even wrote that
anytime you guys
question.
want to come over, man, you always,
Okay.
always open, bro.
Excellent.
Anytime.
We'll come rock with you.
Yeah, come and rock with me, man. Do that, man. You know, 'cause usually I'm usually here solo by myself beside, the family.
Yeah.
The wifey and my kids are grown.